in S&D, which is a big worrisome, right? That is what they have relied on. But you heard the devs talking about it. Skyline, a go-to all year for Cloud9. One that Carolina have played a lot, 10 times, but 4-6 on the year.
Okay, well, I'm excited for this because this feels like sort of another litmus test for the Cloud9 side.
Well,
Sib,
really, where is Carolina,
well,
right?
true
Yeah.
for both. But Sib was terrific yesterday in the match we cast. Excited to see him back in action, ranking #1 in damage in hardpoint. We expect him to be a damage dealer, and he's right back to it. You heard him yesterday. He's like, even when I'm playing bad, I still think I'm the best. You got to have confidence and swagger like that, and he is bringing it now. Here we go. It's the Battle of the Blues. Cloud9, Carolina, getting after it.
Yeah, Carolina right now just trying to lock down that side of the map for P2, but early pressure in the hill for Cloud9. And well, Sib, he's just going to do his thing. Couple of kills right off the start. We just saw how good he's been in hardpoint, and that's what we'll love to see from him.
Yeah, I mean, we talk sometimes about there not being like the hugest skill gap sometimes just between top players when it comes to like aiming, but yesterday we saw a lot, just so many headshots coming through, like gunfights where he barely won because of a headshot. Gunfights like that where he is just able to pull something out of his behind and world star somebody. He's on 6 straight, Sib right back to it, and this is going to be something that's going to be tough to deal with for Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, already great time, but at least you get 3 dead at the right time. So now it's going to be all 4 dead. So maybe a chance here. You win the P2 rotation. You're in a good spot. But yeah, Sib, man, you know, you talk about like the AMS and different attachments. He's locking down. He's got like that vertical grip. We don't always see that. It feels like AR players moving away from it, but he's still loving it.
Still loving it and making it work. We'll see if Ravens, though, can turn this into a significant amount of time at P2. Sib going to try to be the difference maker, though, on 8-1. I say if he snaps and clips him there,
that would be impressive.
That would have been disgusting, but no real opportunity to do so. Dominoes mostly going the way of Carolina over that stretch. I'm trying to get my brain aligned with the light blues right now, Joe. So
you got this.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting there. It takes me a little time to assimilate into the map, whatever the hell you want to say.
No, I mean, listen, as good as a start as it was, right? It's just you got that 3 dead. We were gassing up Sib. The problem is his teammates died. Then you have this great rotation towards P2, and there has been no pressure towards the hill. Carolina have locked it down, and well, this man, outside of the Boston players, maybe Nameless's favorite guy, TJ Halley right now up to 75.
Yeah, no, he is disgusting, but I think those are the moments when you have an early setup for Carolina. If they're going to take hard points right now in this matchup, that's where they've got to get done. Early setups, lock it down, teamwork on point. They've been fundamentally sound, and they absolutely need to do it. Trying to get a little bit of time here at 3rd as well. Right back over to TJ as we hopped into Slasher and see what this little 2-man game can do. Well, Slasher catches a stun nearly to his forehead. He'll end up getting dropped. TJ, though, trying to push it out and trade it. Still have those right side spawns, at least for now, if you're Royal Ravens, so you're still in a good position. Even if this doesn't turn into a ton of time, like, keep them out of the point, keep this 40-point lead, but taking a route kind of through mid-map in P1, number 4. It's going to be attached, just trying to get an angle, maybe an opportunity, I thought, to flip things, but not able to do it.
And again, that was just that transition from P2 to P3, where we're on board with TJ. Is Quinn now going on a pinch, able to find a double. As soon as then we swapped to Slasher's POV, he was set up kitchen. They knew exactly where they had Cloud9 spawning, and Cloud9, they have just not been able to find anything. They had 28 points after the first hill. It is 3-96 since then.
This reminds me a little bit of, like, when we casted Royal Ravens versus Rocker. Like, it was after a Rocker, when Rocker were looking really solid. Like, we were feeling really good. I think it was like after they beat Optic. Like, they smashed them. We didn't realize what Optic were at the time, so like, we thought that Rocker win was really good. And then Ravens just like dismantled them 3-0 and looked so strong. Like, we're not there yet, but it feels like deja vu. Like, we're high on Cloud9, then like Royal Ravens remind you they can make the difficult things look easy and play so well around their setups, as this has been some shutdown hard point, and just reminded us they know how to play the game. Up 70.
I mean, and again, just that the lead just continues to grow. You have not had a break if you are Cloud9. You know, a bit of a slow start from Krem, but yeah, it's just sort of the SMG, TJ and Gwyn. TJ picking up the AR, not able to find that kill on a map, but immediately traded. And yeah, what's Vivid doing? Putting pressure, maybe just trying to, hey, they're going to try to flip the spawns here, but he's just going to wait, wins another gunfight. Now maybe behind that, Gwyn's going to activate. he's going to go, and it just feels like they are on this same page with how they want to play hardpoint.
No, they absolutely are. And Gwyn, well, getting it done in the slaying department as well as he is positive 10, and on the route, they're able to flip the spawns. You get exactly what you want early. Can you hold on to this throughout the remainder of this P1, pushing out one side? We'll see if spawns get interesting from TJ's position, but you're spawning them all the way out bottom right. That's exactly what you want if you're Carolina. Trying to take a route maybe for New York is going to be Mac, who's trying, but that's getting picked up by number 6, and TJ Haley is trying to make sure no one filters through. And if you're able to get all this time at P1 and hold the P2 rotation like you did last time, this is Mac. This might end up being a blowout.
I mean,
Kind of already is, yeah.
I mean, they had 28 points after the first hill. It's 153 to 15 since then. This has been dominance from the Ravens.
Now they'll give up the final 10 to 15 here at P1, but all 4 back up. Carolina moving, cruising, up 100. It looks like the comms are magnificent. Let's hear them. Listen in. Royal Ravens.
Think front. Yes.
I think they're right. You're right. 2. One shot. They're right. Both of them.
No, hitting through low right. One's low couch, 2 low couch.
One low couch.
Then no one in the back. In the back if you want. Go on piano. Brandon piano hop.
I'm back. Brown now. I killed one. White player back. Low couch. White player low couch in time.
Low couch.
One shot.
I spawned here.
Backside table. I spawn all the way out. One's gonna be like, if you want it.
Piano dead. It's on me.
I'm in.
Oh, you're back on me.
Zip. And top white.
Zip. Zip it now.
Zip, dead. Only time. Dill, not weak.
This is good.
We can play 15. Just 2 at old or 1?
I think it's 1.
Down your front. I have time to use and go.
I can get time.
Spinning across top.
Spinning P1.
Okay.
Nothing P1, bro.
You want Jim. Check in.
Dead.
Jim again. Nice. Right, both to do.
Where's the top one?
I'm jumping
One
step. Give me a
shot
second.
back to town. I'm playing him again. Just jam my pistol. Let's low back to the wood.
I'll see you guys.
Wood.
Inner wood.
I know what dead. Hey, guys, there's a hill. John, back in town. I'm gonna set somebody else in.
Close here. Nice.
I'm close to the mid.
I'm gonna try to get mid here, bro. Stay up.
Could be taking a route. Be careful.
Trying to go top mid. They can flank.
Yo, recall up this. Alright, done.
Nice.
I did it.
Deep right.
I'm
all the way back right.
I have your mid. I have all your mid, guys. I have all your mid.
I got it here.
Focus on.
One shot.
Bottom mid, one shot, guys.
I swept that foot.
Bottom bed. We
On
weak.
time.
Bottom bed. In art.
In the cubby.
Is it
Cubby.
In the cubby time.
I'm letting you play that guy.
We fall. Just wanna step.
We still there. They double hit me down too. Don't one bottom bed.
Top
They're
mid.
going to the steps. One's going to the steps. I'm in top with them. You can play
Good shot.
front.
On the stone steps. Dill, one shot. Nice. Might be no
Yeah,
there.
hold
Take
my
time.
one bottom bed.
You know, we go in, they're up 100. We come out, they're up 100. But like during that listen-in, you saw some moments, or listened to some moments where they were getting smashed. Some moments where they had a nice break and nice moments. And what was the one constant, though? It was just calm, kind of, right?
It was so chill.
It was like, you look at me like it's almost too chill.
Slasher gun 2. And then you had Gwyn followed up with a 3-piece. It was just,
Good
nice.
job. Good job.
I think maybe the key there, the coolest part about it was from Slasher. Like, there was a pinch opportunity at that P3. And I mean, he just called it out. They could flank right here. Someone turned. I think it was Vivid. Found the tail. They found more time. But yeah, I mean, this Carolina team, they are clicking. And while Slasher's just going to find all 4 to break this P4.
Yeah, hell of a break there. A hell of a map from Slasher and company. We're not quite done yet. About 40 more points needed to shut it down. But yeah, cool as a cucumber throughout the course of this for the comms for Royal Ravens. Still soak it up inside. They'll get the final bit of junk. But even, you kind of heard too with like that lead. You know, it was really frustrating at P2, but when you're up 100, and I know they whittled it down to like, so yeah, the 15. They're like, let's just take the 15. That's a good time. Listen, we talk about that a lot. Like when you have a big lead at the beginning, those 10 to 15 seconds are all the difference sometimes. Like that is just what helps keep you ahead and close up the game.
Yeah, I think on maps like this, 100%. Like, I mean, when you talk about like, maybe like a Hacienda, it's a little sketchy because you can get rolled. But you imagine you're gonna have so many break attempts on this map, and
it's like a jetpack hard point. Hit it, right?
100%.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the things I know when we first switched to jetpacks. So teams like a while to get used to. You're so used to just hitting a hard point maybe what 2-3 times. That's it. Boys, we're going to hit it like 6 times. Let's just keep hitting it. Take whatever time we can get. Cloud9, though, trying to, I guess, just make this not an embarrassing map loss, and they've done that. At first, you know, I thought this was going to be like a 250 to 80 type of game, but they rally a bit at that last P2. They get some time going. After that, just, you know, basically put on clamps for 4 straight hard points. They've improved a bit, but looking to close it out is still Royal Ravens. Again, getting the final couple of seconds. They should have the rotation across. Well, we'll see, actually. You got the numbers there and a small coming in for Cloud9 with an opportunity maybe to bust on through. Slasher gets big damage into 2, but no one there to finish them off. Nice little stretch there from Attach and Mac. And, okay, I mean, maybe you make something interesting happen. This is going to be so hard to do for Cloud9, but we'll see.
It's kind of what we always talk about, right? When you're trying to get blown out in a game 1, you're just hoping maybe to get to guns out, extend the game. I think Cloud9 have done this. You're starting to piece up, get some of the multi-kills. That's what they weren't doing. Outside of Gwyn, you've kind of slowed down the rest of Ravens, but my man Gwyn's got 37, almost double positive. See if he can get to the 40, but this is a good hold, and yeah, you can see it's 10 in a row from Max, Zib, and Attach.
Yeah, I think since Envoy called him out, we were talking about how he's putting up a ton of numbers and losses. Now he's been doing it all. Yeah, 2 minutes in the hard point, you're up a ton, you're dropping nearly 40. It's been an impressive stretch here from Gwyn. As he's, I think, a couple wins away from the most wins in Royal Ravens history for a player, which is just insane.
If he doesn't win this, okay, he wins it. He plays for the one-on-one. I was going to say, they lost the rotation. They said, Gwyn, you're lurking. Win that, we'll win the map.
I think it was like Brian Stats that tweeted out like after their last one. He was like, it was 2 or 3 wins from having the most wins in the history of the Royal Ravens. And I was just like, when I read it, I was like, it's crazy to me for a couple of things because it's Gwyn. Like he's been playing 2 years. And also it's how bad Royal Ravens are, like historically, like how much this has turned around for him. But no, he's been an absolute animal. You know, they build around him, and they're finding some success. At least the opener there, you go up 100 early. You know, I said before the match started, like the advantage for Carolina had been the fundamentals in this matchup and just playing better, cohesive Call of Duty together. I thought that gap had narrowed. It didn't look that way, at least in the map 1.
No, it didn't look that way, but honestly, yeah, I just don't know if this Cloud9 team just had a very flat, right? You can obviously see they all started to turn around. I mean, this got close, 250 to almost 200. Like there was a chance there towards the end.
Certainly.
But yeah, I mean, on the other side, it was Gwyn. But yeah, it was just sort of, we're going to look at that flow chart, and you'll just see the lead that they were able to.
Well, you said 28 at P1, and then what, they get about 15 points over the next 4, or whatever it was?
It was like 15,
yeah, something in that realm. But we'll take a look at some of the highlights as we chat through. Well, I want to say big win because you were up comfortably the entire game. It didn't really feel like a 50-point game. It didn't. I know if that one-on-one goes differently, maybe it gets interesting, but you just kind of got in that loop if you're Royal Ravens, I think, where you kind of heard, listen, they were kind of content just taking their 10 to 15 where they could and just eventually closing out the map. But as you said, if it's a different map, or even here it can happen if you just suddenly you get smoked back-to-back hard points.
Maybe a little too calm.
Yeah. No, like, it's like sometimes you need to have a sense of urgency, even if you're the chill bros.
The chill bros, I like that. Yeah, just like their intro, the chill bros. But there's that final one-on-one from Gwyn. He finishes 38 and 21. And Carolina, I mean, you win C9's map pick, right? That's the big thing. Their best hard point on the year is Skyline, is C9. So you take that, now you have the advantage when it comes to the series.
Did you ever have a preference? Like, I mean, for teams, like, do you always do? Well, here, we'll take a look at this first. So it's what, you get 28, and then you basically have 15 over 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, 23.
Well, right. Yeah, we're close. They were flatlined, absolutely flatlined. And yes, they erupt a bit late, but just too much for Cloud9 to get done. But I was gonna say, like, do you ever have a preference? Like, I know you have, well, we've done it different over the years, like who kind of gets the map 1 pick, how it plays out, like if it's versus seed or a coin flip. I know we've done it different over the years, but like, I don't know, do you like to like come out and have your best star point like map 1, or do you prefer have it later in the series, like at a map 4? Just like if you're a team that comes out flat, maybe you don't want it in map 1, right? Did you ever have a preference?
A lot of that is like matchups for me.
It's just matchups,
you know, these teams kind of have an idea of what the map sets will be, right? And just based on scrims, who they're playing against. So for me, it was sort of, I'd like to have it in map 4 because if you win their first map, I think that's just a huge mental advantage.
Yes, that's kind of my question, because you would think a lot of people would like to just have their best map to start a series, right? Like, because logically, why wouldn't you want to come out and get the dub? But yes, from your POV, if you come out and take that, it's like,
yeah, that's one way to take it.
I mean, it's
that's
like,
one way to put it. No doubt about it. I was like, what did he do?
Well, I know you like to chirp on the stage a little bit, so I know you probably get that map 1 where you're shouting across, like, here we go, boys.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just this sort of mental warfare. It's like, all right, if we beat them on this, like, they're toast. But the one thing for them has been, again, for Cloud9, their search and destroy has just revitalized. It has changed big time from stage 1 into stage 2.
Yeah, and if we were having a talk, I think, about this matchup in stage 1 with how good Royal Ravens were at search and destroy, like the time to stage. Yes, we'd be like, okay, you lost your map 1 hardpoint, Cloud9, you're done. But that's a little different now. We'll see, because yeah, there has been a resurgence. We're talking like statistically, what's been Kremp and Attached. They've really brought it back in Search and Destroy for Cloud9. The map 2 yesterday in the Cloud9 series was that's probably some of the hardest I've laughed in a while. The one versus LAG. There was just there were like 2 or 3 2v4s. It was a comedic Search and Destroy. I didn't want to take away from the great plays Cloud9 were making, but it was.
There was a lot of mistakes.
Yes, no, there certainly were. But now Kremp has been, I don't know. I mean, I know I call a couple people this, but like just kind of a multi-kill demon. Like it seems like there's that one player on a team sometimes when you need someone to like win their fight and then also snap for a trade, or like trade and snap for another fight. The guy that does it, like he's been doing a lot of that.
Well, you know, we know the type of player Mac is. It's just sort of follow me up, right? Like normally your second guy is sort of like your superstar sub.
He needs to be the multi-kill demon. Though, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're just sort of getting the guy one shot, being ready for the next gunfight. And when he wins that is the difference in the round.
Well, I think what you just described is honestly what has been kind of the difference for Atlanta FaZe over these last like 5-6 years, though. Like we just watched it in the series with the Tiny Terrors. Like when you have a guy that's going first in and winning that fight more often than not, like it'd be easy. It's like it's a totally different dynamic. It really is. And I'm only bringing it up because we just watched it. Like that was. Whew.
Don't lie, you were thinking about it the whole time.
They were in form, bro. They were in form in that one. Whew. But back to it, we'll see if Kremp can be that guy as we get into the Search and Destroy. We plan it out on Vault and right into A, and they want to take away A immediately. We'll see who can come up with a multi-kill. It's TJ that's actually able to do it. And that's actually a pretty good breakdown of what we were just talking about, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this time it's Kremp who slides on in first, able to win that first gunfight. Mac, though, not able to find the second one. So TJ there with the double. They have bomb down. So Vivid, Slasher, and TJ, they're going to have a little party inside of the bomb site.
Nothing wrong with a little party. But this is, remember, oh God, no, it is 7 attached. Remember when it was, wasn't it the 2v4? Yeah, it was 2v4 in this map, where I'm like, this is like unwinnable versus Thieves. Because they had 2 ARs, they had to break into the site against like 3 subs, and they somehow just 2v4'd.
Won it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is impossible. Like, Joe, how do they do this? Then they did it. But getting a little bit more difficult now is it's all on Sib, and they're able to double chow and drop them. Ravens hold it. And I think on this map, at times when we casted Brawl Ravens, and we're going back to earlier in the year where we were critical, sometimes in the post plants, like they get bomb planted, and then they would just be throwing away some lives. Here, though,
I think after that map we casted them early in the year, they never played it again. They're 0-1 on the year. So that's...
Is that the only time?
Yeah, they're like, no, we're done.
Honestly, that whenever I think about them in this map, I go back to that, and that, okay, that explains it.
They were thinking about it, too.
Oh, no way. I actually didn't realize that.
No, so yeah, I mean, this is one for Carolina. Maybe they're trying to... It's open. They're trying to work on it. So
that was definitely a thing we talked about. That was ages ago, too. But I remember it sticks in my head because we talked about the entire map. Like, if they could just plant and hold it, they'd be doing great. This wasn't really the case, so see if it improves here. They're ready for the instant chow. Who's going to be the multi-kill demon? It's Mac.
Yeah, 3.
Somehow gets a 3rd in that.
They had to, well, they lined up, obviously. They must have double chowed off the bomb.
Okay. Well, back to our conversation we were having. It's just been sort of the opposite player we thought it was going to be. Yeah. but it's something that depends on
talked
spawn,
about
who gets there
Kremp
first.
Following Matt, did Kremp's got in first every single time.
Yes. But now Mac's able to do it. He turns that into 3. It's all on Slasher.
I
so
see your toes.
Sometimes we don't have those early fights today, right? Like it's just sort of a setup and retake. But both these teams seem to want to take the fight. It's just how does that change over the course of it?
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you lose like maybe a couple of those consecutively, yeah, you start to get away from that.
I would say the only way you throw these rounds away is if one of those guys gets picked. It becomes more interesting. We've seen a lot of that this year. Just you over shoulder, you get laced, and then suddenly the round becomes more interesting. There, though, not going to be the case. Make sure you don't give up anything for free. Attach able to rotate over, and you'll close it out. But Mac, I mean, triple there on the A site.
Yeah, he won that round in the first.
Yeah, let's see from his POV. See, and obviously they had to stack, but like they just both.
Oh, you got a wall bang.
Oh, what the hell?
You can wall bang that?
Okay. That's not how I thought that went down at all. Like when I saw the kill feed, I was like,
no, not at all.
No. I was like, were they literally like holding hands? Were they nut the butt?
Maybe.
But now through the wall. Through the wall, Joe. Kremp, this time he's got the first blood. The fight doesn't go down at A instantly. Cloud9 taking it to him with the openers. Look at the bomb down as well. Civ, no chance to deal with that as it's a fast push through from TJ. Still a winnable round for TJ and Vivid, but they're trying to pull off the 2 versus 4. And yesterday, I mean, Cloud9 with the team doing it. They had several 2v4s on Hacienda, so we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen to them. Hold your horses, it might be. 2 versus 2 now. The problem going to be time, though. 25 seconds now remaining. Oh, God, it's falling apart. Attach going to be the only one left. He's able to win it. Now down to a 1 versus 1. He's trying to be the hero. Able to get out and reposition. Attach trying to make sure they don't throw the round. Has the internal clock. Able to get the check. Shots into TJ.
That's it.
And that should be enough.
Yeah, he just knows he's
away.
not going to get on it, and he can check in about 7 seconds. That's exactly what happens. Vet play out of Attach. And yeah, it was a 3 versus 2 bomb down, and yeah, 2 of his teammates hit caught, but has the trade.
4v2, right? It was 4v2.
4v2.
Yeah.
But yeah, just heads up play here from Attach.
I know it's probably good you have like a vet in that position because I don't know. I mean, listen, it's an all-in qualifier match and all, but like I feel like whenever you have like a 4v2 and all of your teammates die, it's like, boys, like what's happening? It's just down to me. But Attach not phased, clutches it up, doesn't want that slip away because that's one of those rounds that can tilt you. But nice stuff there. It's been Crimp, it's been Mac, early and often. Well, at least in these last 2 rounds. We'll get Cloud9. Sorry, we'll get Ravens back over to offense. Let's see if they want to chow this again. It's not going to be the quick chow bottom, or it is just from the other side. They hop out the pool into it. This side of the fight, you're able to win easily, though, if you're Royal Ravens. Last guy is Attached. He's able to slide through and at least get 1. Saw him clutch the 1v1. Now it's turning a 1 versus 4. You just don't give him a one-on-one fight. Yeah.
And that's just a nice adjustment there from Carolina, right? Just off their break off, hey, we're leaving poolside open. Slasher, he's up towards top street. And you know, the 2 players inside the bomb, it's kind of on them what they want to do. We've seen different iterations of it. You can just leave everybody pool, and well, the tunnels connect, you just go to B. But as soon as TJ wins the first one, I think they just sort of hold their ground. Then Vivid's able to come back, rotate through. Awesome. But we have seen where, all right, they're all pool, just run through to B.
Yeah, I swear they always lose that round, though.
You're not wrong.
I swear, every time he gets playing to B, it's a loss.
You're wrong.
Listen, we're casting.
It's not a good success rate, but it's the option.
I was talking about like our casting, but I swear to God, it never ever works. It like looks so good on the map, and I'm like, well, we're gonna lose the round. Gwen, he's got the opener. It was a couple, first bloods in a row for Cloud9. Now Royal Ravens' turn to kind of dominate in the early round department. Looking to get the edge here. He is tickling. Not enough tickling. Reload and tickle a little bit more. Crypto able to reposition, and finally he's going to get dropped. Gwen's like, damn it. I just needed a couple more.
I had to reload. Yeah, I had to reload. Now they have to find Sib, and well, yeah, TJ just kind of lurks. He just waits. He's like, is anybody going to try to make a move? Slasher, turn around, all down to Mac.
Yeah, nice calm. Over to Slasher to pick up the kill. They're able to shut down the final one. Is now we've got back-to-back rounds for Carolina. Any big adjustments you're seeing so far from either team?
I mean, I think just these last couple of rounds, just sort of this first bloods, right? They've dictated the pace for Carolina. As yeah, they just sort of get that first blood, play the 4 versus 3, wait for each other. They know a C9 has to make a move.
See if they can keep this streak going. Looking for another early one, TJ. Looks to be leading the way in the comms here in the intermission before we hop back into it. Everybody putting in right now for Carolina Royal Ravens. Crimp and Sib kind of struggling to get going early. Thinking plant. Getting the plant in. So no pressure. You've hit it from kind of the front if you're Cloud9. You've hit it through poolside. This time, maybe think about the retake. Unfortunately, you blooded again. Gwen with another first blood in this. You've had numbers early and often. Well, at least these last 3 if you're Royal Ravens. Gwen looking one way. Man, it would have been great if he could walk away with one of those. Now you have an interesting one-on-one on the other side of it. Vivid, nice little slide and chow. Straight headies there. Attached tries to hit the drop shot, but leads to nothing but bullets to the brain.
Yeah, Slasher just calls from help. He says, hey, Vivid, come help me out, because then it's 2 players left. We know that. DJ, just play your life. He does exactly it with that bomb down. But again, it's a free first blood. A free first blood from Gwyn, that's the difference. And yeah, exactly. If you're C9, you're thinking, let's just play a retake. We're going to play it slow, let him plant. Like, you can't just let the guy walk up and get a freebie.
No, I mean, that's got to be playing. I mean, you've tried 8 hits from both sides. If you're thinking retake, you want to have 4-0. I know it's not always going to happen, but the second they lose a player, their plan's just kind of out the window. It becomes so much more difficult. That's been the nice thing, at least for Carolina and their post plants. Like, it's usually been like a 4v3. They've had numbers, and that's been somewhere, at least last time we cast, there's been ages where they were struggling. We're not often in that scenario. Losing somebody early, getting smoked off. Somebody's got to watch multiple angles. But this has been like clockwork for them over the last several. Now, what, 3 straight rounds for them after going down 2-1. Max turn, get his 3rd plant in. And this is what you want. This is the 4-on-4 retake you were looking for. TJ, he knows he's tucked in the corner. It's just like, he's got a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I'll just start it with Kremp. He just goes right through the middle of the map, and he's like, yo, this might be a pull hit, so everybody's here for Cloud9. Right, this is just sort of, let's just all play our corners, guard the bomb site from it.
Yeah, but that's the pick that can't happen. Slasher gets a pick, a slasher pick of all things. A nade hits, and that is a clean broom coming in to sweep them off the stage. Cloud9 gets smoked. And that's one of those, like, if you're playing in corners there, like,
hoping for a trophy.
Like, yes, yeah, trophy, but also, like, make them come into you. Like, I don't know if Sib needs to be just taking that solo gunfight and dropping right away. Like, you're trying to lure them in, right?
Yeah, you're just waiting. You're just waiting.
But, like, Slasher gets that first pick.
Well, it starts with a nade, I think.
No, he got the pick, and then the nade. He got the second one was the nade.
Oh, Vivid shot a trophy. Okay, so that's a difference. Vivid finds the trophy, and...
Yeah, Slasher guns Sib, right. And then the nade got one.
Throw your nades in there.
Yep. That's a fantastic shot from our producer, Danny. I didn't know he shot the trophy. I didn't notice, so that's great. 5 straight now for Slasher. And they look to close it out here with the final one. Kind of back to their first round where they just swung at this. This time they sent 3 at it. I think in the first round, it was 2.
Yeah, but you're just hoping to catch more than Gwyn, and Gwyn finds 1. So what do? We're going to rotate off over towards B, but Slasher, he tries to lure, maybe make you an extra route he doesn't need to. Maybe you're hoping, again, just to find that timing, but a heads-up play there of this out of C9.
These are the rounds I feel like you don't often win when you get a play to B, especially when you're down in numbers. That's going to be the tough part, but then TJ catches one sprinting. I love that little reach out. Take some damage, catch someone coming for you, able to drop them. Vivid now playing from top art, the 2 versus 2. 25 seconds now to go.
They don't know where Vivid is. I thought Kremp saw him, but I don't think he did. So they're just like literally trying to find these guys. There's the bomb check. Vivid's like, hello. I see both of them. Backs down, waits for his teammate. Beautifully done out of Carolina.
I love that from Vivid on the second fight. I think a lot of players there just shall that second fight. And maybe you still win the round because he's there for the trade, but still, back down. Let your buddy get a free one. Beautiful little 2v3 there for B. We talked about not usually working out at B. Well, it does there. And what, they close it out on, was it 5 straight? Something like that? 5 straight, yeah. Yeah, 5 straight rounds out of Carolina Royal Ravens. And we talked about, I mean, the hardpoint improvements for Cloud9, the search and destroy improvements, we haven't seen any of that this series. We have not seen any of that.
And against some solid teams on the side of C9, right? It's just,
yeah,
they've only lost to LA Thieves and Surge, who were just in the Minor 1 final.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a great look for Ravens.
We thought for sure this was, like, we looked at the schedule, we were doing 2 and 4 today. I'm like, all right, we probably got the long ones. Like, we're probably going to like 4 or 5. Like, this will be some fun series. Maybe not looking that way. Maybe not, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. Cloud9 have the opportunity to bring this back, but in a bit of a hole. The problem is, like, for them, it's like when they've been getting series wins, it's just 3-0s. Right? Like, they come in and
it's the same for Ravens. It's
true.
Qualifiers, their wins are through 3-0s.
Yeah, it hasn't been the story of where stage 1 qualifier was the story of the game 5s. It has been the story of the 3-0s here through the second qualifier, and that's just been because the middle of the pack has just been all over the place. Like, some people get a lot worse, some people get a lot better quickly. It's been interesting. I can't wait for the major. We still got a couple weeks to go, but
almost there.
Dude, I don't know. This is not how I saw this series going. We think Cloud9 is improving. Royal Ravens playing so well up to looking to get the clean 3-0. Before we go there, though, Des, take it away. Hi.
Hey guys, great stuff there and fantastic pick by me. Carolina up 2-0.
True.
Allie, no, let's break it down because since Envoy talked about Gwyn has taken over the series. And if Gwyn is not doing it in Respawn...
Envoy for Gwyn's performance.
It's Slasher. I think Envoy lit a fire. It's like talking shit to MJ. You just don't do it. People learn the hard way. Gwyn is teaching everybody in the league.
He is teaching everybody in the league. I really want to just kind of put it on Gwyn's shoulders of like how consistent he has been for this roster. And in this matchup specifically, when it comes to Search and Destroy, first bloods is absurd, by the way. Absurd. Usually we see a good spread of 1, 2, 3 is pushing it, 4 is insane. And for the side of Gwyn and Carolina Royal Ravens, like, this isn't a team that you see as like super fast paced, and they absolutely took over on this side of the vault. I thought this was going to be an even traded match, but the aggression from the side of Carolina Royal Ravens, even on attack when they put that bomb plant down today, the push out of attach on the back side of the map, it's just things that we don't see from these other teams to try and get creative when it comes to this map and mode.
Yeah, I love what we just saw there. I mean, you're seeing it from the side of C9 where it's like you can't just give up your hallway, right?
Yeah.
And you saw what happened. Like, Gwyn just pushes down hallway. He's going to take that space, and he can make an impact play, finds a first blood. And versus that, on the other side, on the defense, this is the reason they're the #1 retaking team in the league, because Carolina is aware of that. They're like, okay, well, it doesn't seem like they love to play hallway. We're just going to bang out hallway, pinch them out, and we're going to be able to retake that bottom vault. No sweat at all. Carolina just adapting to the situation, seeing what C9's giving them, and taking over for a 2-0 lead.
Carolina can do it all, including plant successfully on the B bomb site on Vault. Well done, Slasher and crew. TJ locking things up. But going back to game one, this is where they established their dominance. And you were drawing conclusions early.
Yeah, let's draw some conclusions. Let's talk about this hard point. They got a hell of a lead, and we're going to talk about like applying pressure. We talk about that a lot, but there's times it's good and there's times it's bad. You can't just always W key or hold your joystick forward. So you're going to see right here why Gwyn is actually a world-class player. All right, so let's talk about it. It's 30-67. We're currently on Barbecue Hill P3, and this is a situation where it's like, okay, it's going to be like a dogfight for the hill. So what do we want to do? We're going to talk about their setup first. You got a player in hill. He has a heady here, and he's just kind of looking over here. You have everybody else positioned to where they're waiting for something to happen first, and then we're going to react to it. So right here, you got TJ. If this guy dies, TJ's job, he's going to push out and fight that, right, to apply some pressure. As he does that, you got Gwyn, who's going to go and pick up mid. Okay, so simple concepts. They just execute it at a really high level. We'll watch how this plays out, and we'll jump back into the mini-map. Right here, we have control. Okay, number 5 died in time. Slasher, now we're going to execute our push. We're going to both go. Okay, we lost one mid. You applied pressure, so you bought me some time. I'm able to come back and pinch that guy with my teammate. So let's play this clip and see how it goes. So you see number 6 dies. All right, now we have 2 players at hill. What are we going to have to do? Dogfight for the hill. We have positioning. But after we get the kills, we're going to find 1, 2, 3, pick up the pinch on the guy mid. And then now this is your opportunity to apply pressure. After you get 4 dead, then you can go out. And Gwyn's going to go out, go up top, find 2 kills, alleviate that pressure on the time, and you'll see they pick up a ton of time here, and it secures them a rotation for next. Where you get a big enough lead, you can command the rest of the game entirely. Even C9 comes back, they have a good hill, it doesn't matter because you just got so much time back-to-back hills.
What a slip of the net, too. I mean, just that timing is just unreal from the side of Gwyn, but it's like that game sense, you know, like that you build up over time. Good shit.
Can't just W key.
Can I just fist bump you for that breakdown?
Yeah.
That was awesome stuff, highlighting exactly what's going down inside the hard points. We do have a control coming up, so talk me through the numbers, Allie. If I'm Cloud9 fan, do I have faith in at least a game 4?
I would have faith in the game 4. I'd say this is one of their better control maps, but same with Carolina, so it will be a battle when that Cloud9 has the possibility of winning. I'm just worried if we do push it to a game 5, like the S&Ds really lean heavily towards Carolina.
So far, we've had 4 matches completed, 3 of them 3-0s. I have a feeling a 4th is on its way. Maven, let's finish this.
Yeah, no, that's what we were talking about before we threw to you. Like, it's been interesting considering how the year started with all the game 5s.
Stage 1 was so many game 5s.
So many game 5s, and people just getting smoked throughout this one.
Nature was a ton of game 5s, right?
Listen, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
All in qualifiers, let's get the 3-0s out of the way so we get the LAN, and it's just bangers. We'll save them for that, you know? Save the good one for LAN. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You know, the weather's starting to get nicer here. We'll get outside,
Just
get
had an
walking,
awesome game 7.
get golfing, you know?
Minor final.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But we're out golfing, dude. Ant's going to teach me. He's going to teach me. I'm ready, dude. I mean, I spent thousands on clubs. I bought like $300 golf shoes, too. I don't know why. I haven't golfed in. I'm ready, though, bro. We'll have some fun. Listen, I want to look. It's one of those things like, you know.
Yeah, look
good, feel good, whatever it is. Yeah. I'm going to look good. I'm going to look like I'm on the tour. I'm just going to shoot at 120.
The senior tour.
Yeah, the senior tour, yes. Me and Mr. Palmer. Oh. Gwyn, his control has been terrific. He had a really, really nice map 1. We'll see if they can close out with a 3-0 here. We got offense up. 4 Royal Ravens. I think by map 3, I've gotten used to the colors, Joe.
Yeah, I'm there. It's the purples that always mess with me.
Yeah, no, they could be worse. This one, yeah, it hasn't actually been as bad. Purples do get me.
No, but I mean, we just saw C9 here yesterday, right? It was a very strong control for them. One that they've been playing a lot more of. But yeah, you heard Allie talk about a strong one for Carolina as well.
Sometimes like the guns. Like I'll see like just the light blue of the gun, and then I'll look at the minimap right after that, and it catches me. I swear. Ooh, think of you there from Slasher, able to take down 2 before he falls, but nice gunny to get both, and maybe frees up his teammates a little bit on the A side of it as he was battling over towards B. TJ now get into a position where he's spawning them out B side, relying on his teammates to get something done around the objective. You'd love to have him not have to track back so far to help.
Well, there's the timing there, right? Attach is able to actually slip by him. So I think it was Vivid who was on the point. He's hoping Attach is able to block sidewalk there, but pretty much Attach just walks up and wins the gunfight. The good thing for them, though, is Krem naded him. So a teammate comes in, they fight over mid-map control, and well, it's going to be 4 kills in a row for the side of Carolina. Still working on it at a point, but there's just been an opening for a half second, however long it is. It's allowing C9 to at least contest this as much as they can. Second tick is through, but they get him off the point.
Yeah, and that's what Carolina did so good in the map 1. Not really leaving those holes to find anything in their skyline setups. They're going to need to work on it towards top mid as we get deeper into this control, but you've been on the point quite a bit, so you still have a little time to work with at least. 30 or so seconds to go, but I mean, lives-wise, you still got 20 lives. Just can you actually get an extension here? Gwen not able to find his hole in the setup. Vivin hoping to maybe win a gunfight from top, picking up the flank beautifully. That's going to be 2 down. Now your chance to at least stop the clock and see what you can turn this into. Maybe not a round win, but can it be some extra time or some extra objective points? The last guy is going to be on the opposite side of it. TJ's got the read, and he's got the kill. Everybody else coming off the spawn. TJ trying to pop and burn, not able to do it. The swarm comes in from Crimp as he gets a double, and you what? You get nothing else out of that because you don't finish a ticket B. You don't get that third at A. You're able to pause it again. Maybe this is your moment again.
Yeah, well, it was a fake, honestly, by Carolina. They had TJ go all the way through, someone sit on the point, and then they went towards A. So it was all about the fake to hopefully over-rotate C9, but it's still just this battle. You're able to secure A. Vivid right back to B. 9 versus 11, but the big thing is you got the 3 ticks, the minute extension. Now Mac maybe with a chance to slow this round down for Carolina, just he is in the base of Carolina.
Oh, that was nearly a nutty win there from TJ, but Sib will win it. Yeah, you were hoping to just get this to time. Well, get this to lives if you were Carolina, because I said you had 20 lives remaining with like 20 or so seconds. You just need the extension to make lives the conversation because you've been up. Oh, granted, it's been like 2 to 3. Throughout a lot of this. Now we get to a 6 versus 6. Lives dwindling, time dwindling. 2 coming off spawn for Carolina. They're going to have to battle through Crimp to try and get there. Gwen hoping maybe he can help a bit. Vivid's able to win it from range with the AR, and TJ takes down another. So numbers right back over to Royal Ravens. Taking a route, number 4. Does he find an opening? That's going to be attached. Well, there's no opening. Is Vivid still holding from deep?
Well, he just spawned there. That's all it is. Yeah, Attach is hoping to get through, maybe block that spawn, but Vivid spawns up about a half second before then. So he's like, oh, hello. Free kill here, but still 2 versus 3.
Oh, that's a good call. I thought Vivid, that's where he got the kill right before that. I thought he's still in position, but that's just unlucky then for Attach. 2 versus 1 now. Sip, last guy up. You know he's got the sauce to do it, but Vivid not letting him get it done. Royal Ravens sneaking away with 1.
I thought maybe Vivid was weak from the nade, or the nade hit the other player, because that's what he's thinking. He's thinking 1 or 2 bullets onto this last guy, and then he can snap to the second. You're expecting that chow. But there was also like a wall bang in there, so maybe that's how he's able to stay up. Either way, yeah, you got A done. You're able to just sort of take your time. Vivid picks up the pinch onto Attach, and they win with numbers.
Yeah, because he was the guy that killed Crimp, right? When they were like trying to get out. It's like, honestly, I looked to the other side of it. I didn't realize he dropped. I was watching the minimap just to see the timing, because I thought Attach was like, all right, he could. Yeah.
Because he goes on a flank, and he has a choice to either pinch or go up top, and he decided to pinch, and Vivid's like, hey.
Yeah, that's tough then. I'm glad you called it, because I thought he was just still posted. Well, nice opening offense for Royal Ravens. Now Cloud9 trying to do the same thing to him. Nice early effort, at least over the opening 2, but that comes right back behind your sub duo in Carolina Royal Ravens. Map flips a little bit for Mac, so he's worried about it the other side. Nice little teamwork there from Cloud9, though, and it leads to 2 for Sib. See if Sib can get in here, win a gunfight around the point. Nice little win. Just going prone. Now I get a presence here to stop the clock.
Yeah, he's thinking onto that first player. That should have been a kill, but yeah, I get it. Just some wall bangs, but this opens up a lane for Trem to go. You should see where Carolina are spawning. What's going to be the play call? This is kind of that default attacking setup we talk about all the time with this A point. Well, it is just done already. So great work early from C9.
Yeah, they make that look a whole hell of a lot easier, huh? Nice shots again from
Dude, he
Sib.
always gets like 1 headshot.
Yeah, he literally just shoots better. Like, just gets a headshot. He'll be like sub 10 HP, but he wins it and tries to get the pre-fire in, but can't win that one. That's 3 dead for Cloud9. So some map position for Carolina. is now they can kind of simplify the game, cut the map in half to some degree, only have to focus on defending this B point. Lots of time to work with if you are Cloud9. That's going to be 2 dead. This will get them pushed up. There's a third they're able to get. That position here in Looming, they get all 4. And it's a bit staggered now coming back for Royal Ravens, so this is a very threatening moment. They're right into the blender. You're winning one with a pistol. This one might be done.
Well, and that's the thing, right? With the point change, if you're Vivid controlling up top third, it's great, but if they're on the objective, you're just not going to have an angle for it. So C9, no, leave Vivid. Just let him be up there. They are able to take him down earlier, then off spawn, Max able to find him. And yeah, what a play from their base right up to B. C9 knew exactly how they wanted to play that after the first 2 picks.
Yeah, very different tale of offensive wins there. I mean, you had to grind that one out if you were Royal Ravens. Cloud9 just thump you. Like, they make that look so easy. They get A, what feels like effortlessly, and then it's just like 2 clean waves of kills, and B's done as well. That looked really good. Now it's just like, can you do a little bit better on the defensive side? You would have turned away, you'd be up 2-0, looking good to bring this
now,
comeback.
when you thump someone, is that like a bump? Is it like a hump? Like, what is a thump?
It's a hump.
It's like a
hump, a bump, and a tickle.
Or like a pump?
All combined, and a pump. Yeah,
got it.
Yeah. I don't really know what a thump is now that you said that, Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was curious.
I don't know. Maybe Chris. Puck can sit over here. Puck, come show me what a thump is.
Like a bump? Yeah.
No, I didn't say I want you to spank me, Chris. Round 3 now. We'll see if the defense gets a little better and Cloud9 can squeak this one away, or if Carolina can maybe improve and not make it so difficult on themselves. I mean, they got into pretty good positions a couple times. Like you said over and over, there was just like one hole. One player got through. One player broke up their setups. Certainly what they're trying to get a little bit better at. Slasher, he has been shooting so far this series, trying to win some tough ones here. He's getting pressured from top mid and top window, and eyes on over towards B. As his teammates drop and the pressure comes forward, now he's got so many things to worry about. The focus comes on the flank, and now it's Gwyn trying to clean up people around their base.
TJ just wins it from the point. I mean, he gets 2 gunfights. You've never really had anyone pushed up. Attach was holding the house right early part of the round when you got the first take done. So they never had anyone forward. Then off spawn, TJ and Gwyn just find both kills, and you get no pressure towards A. So 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go for Ravens.
So funny, we're focused so much on like the fights at their house.
Oh, yeah. The TJ was just like, I'm going to just go on the point.
Yes, exactly. He's just progressing that entire time to the point A is done. So grinding it out for A the first time through, this time done easily. And well, it's just like, I look at a lot like the Cloud9 round victory now, because you're transitioning this well. You've got great map control from top middle. That's step 1. Now you try to win it on over towards B. I mean, you know where they're going to be. And well, we see TJ taking that one easily. Not able to take down a second, but Mac will get 1.
Well, I think they had like no info, right? They're all top side of the mini-map was Cloud9. Mac probably could have just held, but he's like, we just have no info on where they are. So tries to climb the ladder, instead gets caught. Sib, though, bails them out. He was able to find a double,
dude, that's a
triple.
dude.
Another headshot, and then off spawn the subs. Able to help him out.
That's just a gunfight where you're Slasher. You're like, I feel like I should have won that. I feel like I should have won that. But you just get zipped via the headshot. Lives, pretty square. Ticks, all similar conversation, but it kind of depends on how this goes towards B before we have another tick conversation. You get another wave of kills. Going in, at least stopping the clock. He's up a ton of time. Like 1:10 to go. He's playing dodgeball right now.
Attach on the pinch.
Being exhausted, but this time
it works.
Yeah, this time the pinch does work from Attach, and well, it's probably going to turn into a retake. It does just that. You do get that first bit of progress done, though, at least. And yeah, you've been on the point so often. There's still a minute to work with. We'll see if it comes down to lives again.
And now it's just finding those players pushed on up, but they're not able to. Kremp holding that low boat corner, just sort of waiting. And then, well, the man we've talked about a lot with C9, it was Sib, the difference maker, who finds the multi-kill.
He's on 26, leading the lobby by a pretty significant margin. His gun just does a little bit more damage, I swear.
Yeah, I'm happy he honestly lost that gunfight, because let me tell you, the commission Zuma is definitely, that's a snare glitch and a half for him. There's definitely a yellow card on that one.
Well, you got no respawns remaining. 3v7 for Royal Ravens. About 10 seconds to go. Sib still shooting, not trying to give any opportunity to get anything done. And Jesus. Shooting. Holy hell, just clipping him off the computer, Hetty. He is feeling good in this one, and they were dominant in their last offense. They can win it. But it's all around here. Here's trying to improve the defense a little bit if you're Royal Ravens, because you weren't really able to stop them at all.
I'm sure he's getting a lot of tweets like after matches, like, yo, what's your AMS? What are you using? If he was streaming, just exclamation point AMS in the chat, dude.
No,
what attachments is he
I
got?
love that I'm just talking about him shooting straight, and then he has the final kills that. Just shooting a pixel off the Hetty. Maybe they mount the comeback now. I mean, this series could be so different. You know, sometimes those commentators, we're talking about, it's so lopsided to the first two. This looks like a dominant kind of thing for Royal Ravens, but, you know, an hour from now could be a very, very different conversation if suddenly Cloud9 turned this on set. That's what we had a lot this year up until this qualifier. We'll see if they can do it. What do you know? It's Sib with a headshot. I'd love to see, like, just all the ARs and flexes and, like, headshot percentage. I swear to God, Sib has got to be the highest.
Now, do you want headshot percentage or, like, or kills that are headshot? Headshot kills.
That's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because,
Headshot percentage, that would be...
Yeah. You mean like overall, not just the kill? Yeah, I kind of want overall. I'm kind of curious, but I'm not making this stat up entirely, but it just feels that way with somebody's gunfight. And this is much better. Much better defensively. I mean, you get out to a very early life advantage. You were up, what, 6-7 out the gate. Now holding it at 5. Sib just sending it, getting caught. Playing with some confidence, but no chance to win that. And the tide continues. If it was a dominant offense for Cloud9 last time through, they've got nothing going here. They are penned in, locked in, sub 30 seconds to go, down 8 lives. You need to make some adjustments if you were Carolina, and my God, you've done that.
Well, you won the break, and now you've been in their base the entire time. Only dropped 5.
Bro.
TJ's running around on your stairs doing whatever he wants.
Bro, how different are the 2 offensive rounds for Cloud9? Holy hell. If you were having fun in the first one, you are not having any fun.
Maybe they just know the tips, so they're playing this aggressive. Like, yo, we have to win this break, and then let's just go. Put them in the trap, because you only needed 3. You only needed 1 point for them to have defense. But now it's all Carolina.
All Carolina, absolutely. And, well, I don't know what to... This hasn't been like an all-defensive thing. I don't know what the hell to think for this round 5.
I mean, 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4, rounds 3 and 4.
Yeah. Just so different, yeah. The break, probably going to be huge if that round has anything to say about it. But they turn on the afterburners and just dominate it. Great round from Gwen and company. I mean, TJ goes on 5-6 straight. That's one of the quickest, like, significant life advantages you're going to have on, well, any control, but protocol especially, that's just like you were up 8
Well, that's what
so
like early protocol. It feels like teams got
yeah.
much better at dealing with that trap and, you know, pausing the clock, but they just had nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So how does this break go? It's a war. Up top, middle so far. 1 for 1. Matt gets right on it. Looking a little bit better for Cloud9. At least maybe they're going to see mid-map throughout the course of this round 5. Sib, another big win. 34 out of him. They need him shooting nukes if they're going to take this, and he is sending it back to want to be aggressive, push the tempo, push the pace, push in some foreheads with that AMS, and okay, another headshot through. 5 straight for Sib. He has been filthy, and yeah, nothing like the last round.
Well, yeah, I mean, he needed that last one because the one player in their base was Slasher on a full flank off the break, and he was able to find 2. He got them off the objective. It was like as good as Sib was. It's like you still had to work A. Slasher was stopping that from happening. But off spawn, it's TJ with the AMS, and, well, this is what Carolina did. They just gave up the 8 point. They're going to try to play forward now towards B.
This, though, a little bit better than the last defensive round they lost, in the sense they don't, like, go 3-4 dead, and it's immediate map control over to Cloud9. They get some balance. They get some map set up. You have somebody push forward, kind of playing with your spawn and TJ.
Well, I don't know if it's just like a B point thing or how they're playing it, but for whatever reason, right off that spawn to stop Sib's spree, like TJ pulled out an AR, was able to find 3, but yeah, now you're in a 3 dead scenario. Make it 4. That was your last player. And look at where you are spawning right now if you're Carolina.
This looks a lot like the round you're able to win if you're Cloud9. The first time through, first tick done. Stacking it. TJ trying to get the break. Nades are hitting. Crimp is weak. Slasher looking to chow around the edge. Not able to win it. He's going to drop, and that's the second
Someone's
tick.
Someone's got to go.
Cloud9 so close to getting it done. Who's going to have a chance to do it? Last person is going to be Vivid, and he is not going to get there. Cloud9. Lightning strikes again. Is they're able to win 2 offenses. They get bottled up in 1, but the other 2 are dominant. And now maybe we've got ourselves a series They lose that, and we're talking about what is wrong with this Cloud9 New York team all of a sudden, but
He dropped 40.
they're fighting. They're fighting.
He dropped 40. I mean,
Bro.
he set the tempo early in that round. He controlled top middle for them. Allowed them to get A, sort of get into their positions. Make sure that whatever happened that last round in round 4 didn't happen again.
I don't know. I mean, listen, I've never, you know, I competed in like some Halo CE events back in the day, but I was never like a pro player like you were and stuff. But like, I just don't get it how sometimes like a player, like it just clicks. It's just like they're struggling.
It is weird.
And something just clicks, and you're like, all right.
I mean, look at he's plus 16. Your team, bro. You don't get a lot of other production.
When your damage has a 4 in it, the rest of your team starts with a 2. You're shooting.
He's got 20 on offense, 20 on defense, did it everywhere.
Just look at the average damage around. It just looks absurd compared to the rest of the lobby. Listen, I know we're gassing Sip quite a bit,
not
but
for a reason.
I think it's just been the turnaround lately. It's been impressive to see it. He's playing with confidence, and I'm sure we're going to see him quite a bit in the highlights. But it's just not often at this level where like, when it's like a straight up AR fight, usually who shoots first wins for the most part in Call of Duty.
Well, it has better position, yeah.
Yes. Headshots usually what changes that. And the fact that like we saw a lot of gunfights where he's just frying somebody, like a lot of them.
Well, yeah, it's almost sort of like multi-kills.
Oh yeah, like winning a fight like that, it can just turn the tide, 100%. Sib not the only reason they won, obviously, but a big part of it with those numbers. Yeah, no, that final kill was disgusting.
Well, and then you had TJ run around, but again, just the start of this round 5, yeah, it was Sib.
Yeah, I mean, you had to have, that's one thing I said before, right? You just have to have a better break. Like, you just got your ankles and back
Yeah, this is
broken.
the start of it. So he's just like, yeah, I'm going to just control top gun, and I'm just going to run at him.
Yeah. Starts it off on, what, a 5 spree? Turned the tides in the round 5 opener. And then, once again, similar to the last offensive round they won, like, once they got once they got a body onto B, they just never, it was done. It was done. We never got a chance to break it.
One person that, like, took the route to even try to contest it, like, someone pushed up. I think it was TJ. He was underground, got 1 kill on the point, so I think they were trying to just leave one, slay around, and then get the last player.
Was attached like in the top window again, kind of watching the top mid cross, and
it was only Slasher who challenged Tremp. No one else even got close.
Well, taking a look at the best of 5 and how it's gone, what looked like it could be a pretty dominant 3-0 out of Carolina, because even that hard point, it didn't really feel like a 50-point game. They were up 100 throughout a large majority of it, and they were in cruise control. Now, maybe it becomes a little bit different because we get to red card, and I think even if this like goes to a map 5, and you're a Cloud9, maybe you lose this series, like still, I was looking at this way differently than I did if this was just that ends up being a 3-0, and I'm like, oh, God. Like,
honestly, if you're C9, you're trying to get, I mean, like, best case scenario, maybe to get it to a game 5, honestly, because their Hacienda, like, Ali's talking about it, like, yes, Carolina's search has been great, but Hacienda, you're 4-0 throughout stage 2 if you are C9. Like, that's been your map. Like, I think the goal for them was get it to this map 5.
Get to map 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of probably the route to get the W after you lose your pick on the hardpoint map 1. You know you're going to be battling the rest of the series, and they're trying. Just get it to a map 5. They're going to have to get this hardpoint win in order to do it. Sib, chilling like a villain.
I mean, he's probably just thinking, get me into the game.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, can we
map.
just seamlessly jump into the next one? Like, I don't need a breather, bathroom break. Let's just keep going. Like, let's keep the gunny
Instantly
hot.
started. I'm ready.
Yeah. I think you are absolutely right. But now, coming alive is this Cloud9 New York team. Fist bumps out, players ready. We continue on in the battle of the blues. But it's a red card we now go. What are your thoughts on this particular?
I mean, honestly,
map?
for both teams, it's this. It's sort of 3-2, 2-3. It's not one of your favorites, but maybe one they know they're going to have to add to their map pool. So it's not maybe your worst map for either side.
Yeah, they're sort of in that lump of teams we've been talking about, just trying to widen their map pools if they're really going to be contenders with some of the top squads.
Well, that's what Carolina's thinking, right? It's just like our hard point versus the better teams, or the best teams has to be better.
Yeah, no, certainly. It's crazy how good they'll look like against a team, but then then they'll play at Thieves and they lose by 200. Like, it's been kind of wild this year.
And that could just be a matchup thing.
Yeah, no, it could be, but we'll cast them and one versus like a rocker and be like, damn, man. They look so good that I'm like, how does this team look so good they get beat by 200? I'm not entirely sure, but it's happened to the best of them. Cloud9 now, though. This map to extend it to a map 5. At least we got one map 4 today.
That's true.
Wasn't sure how it was going to be with these last couple of weeks, but See if we'll go all the way to a 5, but it's early time right now for Cloud9. You're just trying to avoid that early stretch of the map 1. This obviously plays very differently than a Skyline, but just can't have 4 straight hard points where you're basically blanked.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a much better P1, but it's not. I mean, they're 28 on the first on Skyline. The P1 was there.
True.
Some of their best effort, but yeah, you get some of that early time fighting over map control. They have spawns for P2. They're gonna try to get out towards the middle of the map, though. That's where you're gonna see Trent going on a route, going on that pitch. Almost timed it perfectly with attach, but Gwyn and Slash are able to pick it up.
Slasher yet to drop. He'll get them a few seconds here at the tail end of this. 20-8 as we head into second. And yeah, map control for Cloud9 and a pick for Mac right as it pops. So TJ now in. Now you look to develop this push. Nice opener from Vivid. You try to take numbers and collapse. We'll see where the spawn's going to come in. It's deep on the backside for Slasher. As he tries to work back. Oh no, it's for attach. I was so confused.
Yeah, the numbers.
Oh my
messed
god,
up.
I saw
Yeah,
the
there's
5. I was like
4 5s right now.
I looked at the map and I looked at 5 and I looked at 6. I was like, that's not the right color. Dude, my brain just broke.
There are 4 5s.
Yeah, okay, my brain utterly broke there for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm no longer looking at numbers.
Yeah, no, that was a bit confusing.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was looking at the maps. I was like, they're still good. But you got a majority of the time if you are C9. But now maybe the big play. You have to get out of this trap. Just B3 is all the way across the other side of the map. That's why you see number 6's position. There's only one 6, so that is Vivid. He's just chilling.
Wow, okay, I'm just gonna not even call numbers the rest of the way. Gwyn. One in front, and that turns into 2. I thought he's about to get tucked. He's got 1 on his right, but he goes to move right as Gwyn pushes in. That turns into a double. That's not how I thought that situation was going to break down. Vivid's got some help here from Slasher. He's going to get double swung from the bottom ramp, though, as they look to push into steps. Gwyn still his spree going as he gets out to 4 in a row. Right back over to Slasher now, and his opportunity. It's all kills from the front side for Royal Ravens. This is what you want. Get kills from the front. One going to spawn out now with a little bit of a pinch opportunity. It's going to be 2 spawning out, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they're hoping to time that a little bit better as Carolina, but nobody played safe out towards the front, right? They all collapsed on the hill, maybe to help Slasher.
I thought they had the perfect win from the front, then I was like, oh, well,
yeah, but it doesn't matter. Just Gwyn's on 8 in a row, just frying right now. Jumping from windows, going through the stairs. He'll flip the spawns again.
There are a lot of number 5s, but he's the best number 5. 8 straight, 9 straight, give him double-digit streak. Not going to happen because, well, but unfortunately for him, it's Sib. And Sib has been shooting, not really getting high yet in this particular map, but we'll see if he'll start to get going. But look at that tie game, about a minute off the play clock. We'll get ready for our next hard point. Early control to Royal Ravens. Tucked away right now is Gwyn, looking to go streaking yet again, and it'll start with the first.
And I think if you're C9, you're probably okay with this scoreline because you haven't had middle of the map control the way you've had it or wanted, right? It was really just a lot of P1 in early P2 time that has kept this score to a 12-point game so far. Now you have a break attempt, but who is it? It's Gwyn with a double. Make it a triple. We talked a lot about Sib, but this man dropped 40 in map 1 in hard point, doing whatever he wants.
Oh, it's like me when I order a burger, dude. I want a triple. Give me 3 patties, Joe. I'm trying to feast.
You're not lying. I don't know. This guy eats a lot.
How many patties can I have? 4 in a row. Now for Gwyn, up to 16. Dominant effort. Just look at the lobby right now and him compared to the rest. And yeah, sometimes critical when this is the case and they're not in the lead, but in this series they have been, and as of late, they have been turning a lot of that slang into objective time, playing around Gwyn and what he is able to do. They get a healthy bit of time. Now it's your turn to answer back for Cloud9. So attach really the one-person slang, slow start out of everybody else. Is this where you can pick it up? Because you're like, listen, it's been a slow start still kind of if you look at the scoreline, but it just can't be what it was in the map 1. You need to come alive a bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this is really their first chance with like an early setup.
Yeah.
And a couple of hills, and they're actually doing a darn good job at this P5.
Yeah. No,
I mean, controlling both sides. They know where the spawn is. A lot of times spawns get wacky, like right there. So you see number 4, and Sib immediately turns around. He knows that Vivid spawned near that, able to find it. Wins that gunfight and says, all right, let's get more this time.
A lot of time, all the reasons this map will go to time or get close to time is, yeah, this one can be contested so often or white for so long. As we talked about the great hold for Cloud9, the second push, well, third push kind of for Carolina, ends up busting on through. They get 3 down. They get in and at least break this up. Vivid will now be the guy to get the time inside the hard point. It was like 2 minutes for Gwyn in that map 1. It's been TJ, the other sub, leading the way. You know, they talked about Cloud9. They're trying to get like attached in the hard point. You know, ideally like to try and get like your main AR there, but I don't know. Over the past few years, it's sort of been by committee.
Yeah, and this map's a little tougher, right? Just the hills are in these really dense areas of the map where your ARs, they're going to have to be in positions like that where Vivid is. So yeah, this one a little bit different maybe than some of our other maps.
True.
When it comes to that, but you're still battling here. Only down 30 now if you're C9.
Yeah, still not a ton of separation. One of the number 5s taking a route. Dude.
I feel like sometimes we have like a different feed they can pop to, but maybe they all messed up.
I swear to God. One day, Codcaster world. Not have an issue. Gwen still frying up to 24 and 12. As we near the end of our first hardpoint, our second set of rotations, big wave of kills for Cloud9. Cloud9 seem to be in a good spot. One of their rare chances to have early control on a hardpoint. Nice opportunity for a lead change. This is a big moment for Cloud9 if they're going to push it to a map 5. Let's hear the comms now. Cloud9.
Alright, one's gonna pitch up windows. I'm trying to lift H1.
Yes, I can't. I'll team H1.
Big one. Run on time. P1, T just still. Windows of time.
Shadowalk, yo,
I'm trying to beat him down here.
go up and low ambi, cross the
Yo,
stage.
break this hill and we fucking win the game.
Dub windows right now.
I'm going bar here.
I'm gonna go take it. You
Right.
guys go top and middle.
Yo, middle to me. I'm sending him.
Not peeking.
He'll be here close to windows. I'm sending it. Hurry, I'm telling you.
I'll see the windows. I'm
Top close. 4 steps.
I don't see him
All
go.
go up 3s.
Heard you.
I killed the guy. Push out.
I don't see him go.
He's court going back 4 steps. 4 steps.
Four stairs. Only one got time.
I'm running through mid here. I'm seeing pressure. Middles me.
I refresh that, Mac. Go. One deep stage, Mac. Deep stage.
One's taking behind me.
Deep stage. I
H2.
reach you. You're good. I got you. I don't see him.
I don't see the guys. Stay HG back. We're middle. Start pushing. H2.
He slipped to the car.
Still
MB dead. One more H2 on me, Gwen.
He's still there somewhere. I don't know where he went. Simple finish. Fucking one shot. One's
gonna be close out here. Orange side close to the guys. Heard you.
And I got come in the middle. He's just gonna go double windows. One's on one step. He went step.
One's off the slip.
Time is dead. Outer and top.
Outer.
I spawned the back, guys.
He's good. Close up time. Top one shot.
I'm playing top. Top windows are top. Weak.
I don't see
Step
Step
showing time.
close steps.
Nice.
I got
I'm middle.
Two outer. Bust in deep right outer.
I'm pushing him
Deep
towards
right outer.
outer.
Could be running me outer. Deep right outer. Watch him mid.
I brought better.
He's still
Back
nice.
One more outer me still.
Outer, missing one.
I'm playing still outer.
We're good.
Back there.
Nice job.
Go top.
I'm back up to new.
He's already top
blocked
keys.
Yeah, blocked you.
Windows running.
Dead. Short shot. You too.
I'm living third yellow. They can get out, take it. He'll be outer hold on me.
I'm on time. I'm on new time.
I'm holding him. Holding me. Two hold. There's two hold. One's one shot hold.
I've already top mid. I've already top mid. Not like H2 and deep.
Alright,
Nice.
One more yellow door.
He's not
He's right middle spawn. Right middle spawn.
He's also in middle.
Get our top left one.
He's at ambient one shot.
I'm leaving.
I need help on time here.
Reese is one shot, one cross. Ivy cross, no cross.
Loving me.
H2 now. H2 and 2 left.
Reese is weak.
Reese is hurt.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go. Red mid, I'm shaking. He's out H2 by the way.
Heard you.
He's gonna be closer to mid on us.
I sent him right now.
I sent him H2. I'm going with fast.
I'm going with you. I'm going with
He went in. You ready? He went in.
Yeah, he's like red ladder or something. There's one time, one top stage, trying to kill stage.
Heard you. One's mid on me.
My bad.
You're good.
He's top stage.
I'm wrapping new here. You guys can play that.
Window's mid on me somewhere.
You might do that. Top yellow.
Top
yellow.
Stay here.
Back is old.
I'm playing Scott top yellow.
I went through bar.
Heard you. I'm playing the windows. I'm playing Scott top yellow.
What's open? What's open?
Top yellow.
I
Watch
have the
out.
bar bench,
P1. P1. Ticket and res is open.
I'm pushing him on the left.
Ticket Gwen.
He went dead. One's bar. One's gonna
pitch bar. I played
Solid listening with Cloud9. Down 30 though. Early hardpoint control. Let's see if they can bring it back. Looking to go the distance in this. And this has been not a ton of time off the play clock considering the score line. There have been some real solid holds from either team as we get deep into this, but sometimes play clock conversation not really going to be the case here.
Yeah, I mean, Mac just had some massive plays, really just during that listening where they found a ton of time and kept them in this. The only problem is you would probably like a better Hellstorm maybe to break that P4, but it doesn't matter. His plays, well, have put them in this position maybe to get us to a game 5, but 3 gonna go down. Kremp, last player alive, just hoping for some help. At least buy some time for his teammates to get there and get Carolina off the hill.
Well, Carolina would love to get a little bit of this time, just be more of a threat to close this out. TJ lining up 2, and to the point they go, and this will get them closer and closer. They'll be sitting around, what, 233, 235, somewhere in that ballpark as we get ready for our third set of rotations. Gwen, the early man on rotation. It's another double for TJ. And this puts them in a great spot. I mean, look at what they've got on the map right now. You're spawning out near steps, having to rally across from parking and try to fight into this. 10 now needed for the win in the series win for Carolina. You need an insane sequence from somebody on this team from Cloud9. It's not going to happen. Carolina, shut it down, shut it out, take it 3-1, and slow down what has been a very hot Cloud9 team.
I mean, a great job there towards the P5 into the P1, but I'll tell you what, like, we're going to look at this scoreboard, and even throughout that game, like, C9 just did enough to make that competitive. Like, I think if that Hellstorm goes, like, smoother, or at least they get them off the time, they might have a chance to win this map. But they get outslayed heavily. If it's not for a couple of map plays, or I just think even Carolina had a couple of mistakes that allowed them to maybe lose some objective time. This could have been a much cleaner Carolina win, but they're able to do it in a 3-1 fashion.
Yeah, so I mean, Carolina, I think we've touched a lot. I mean, listen, they've had their superstar moments. It's been an incredible year for TJ. It's been awesome to see him back in form, and Gwen has had some sensational moments as well. But like, they're just playing some sound COD. Yeah, they're playing.
Yeah, and you saw it like on the minimap, like them set it up. It's just like they were a couple of like maybe like micro adjustments off, or a spawn would come up, or somebody wouldn't block, and that just allowed C9 to get in there. But you're talking -13, -21. You're almost -30, and you lose by 40 points.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I usually keep a pretty close eye on like the slaying margin. Is that significant? But for whatever reason, this I didn't realize how wide it actually got by the end of it. So good shout. Much wider than it should be in like a 40-point game. But yeah, some opportunities for Cloud9, just not able to get it done. Carolina simply too strong. They're able to win 2 hard points. The only thing they give up is that map 3. Flowchart looking a little bit better for Cloud9, at least first that Skyline map 1. But it's just crazy how the scorelines are relatively similar to the one before, but they couldn't be more of a different story, really, on how the maps went.
No, exactly. Yeah, it was just dominance on Skyline. They're a little bit scrappier on Red Card, but